Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how you can add a sidebar and some content in between. So in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how you can easily make a type of dashboard that you can then customize tomorrow using shadcn. So let's get started. So I've already installed shadcn. It's really simple to do that. Just type in the command npx shadcn add latest and then init, okay, and then press enter. I've already installed this, so I'm not going to do that. So to create this dashboard, what we're going to do is type in the command npx shadcn add latest add. Now you can do dashboard -01, and I believe there is also a 02, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do sidebar -07. Then press enter. Now there are about 15 versions of the sidebar. Okay, you can go and view them in the blocks and then select the sidebar option. Okay, and the reason why I didn't use the dashboard one is because it gives you a lot of extra things that you don't really even need. But with the sidebar, you have more customization options, basically, that you can easily add stuff in and then change accordingly to what your dashboard might need. But with the dashboard version, not the sidebar one, the dashboard version, you are kind of gonna have to go in manually and delete certain things according to what you might need and not need. So this is just a better customizable option, in my opinion. Okay, now it's done. So I'm just gonna close this. As you can see, there is a dashboard folder now. I can just either take the contents out of this and put it into this, but I'm just gonna take this and put it into this. The reason why I can do this is because of the way NextJS works. In React might be a little different. Okay, so you can accordingly adjust that. It's not going to be something super complicated or anything like that. You will just need to move certain files. You should know how to work with that. Okay, I think it should have saved. Okay, the reason why I'm getting this is because there's nothing in this folder. Okay, so I'm just going to do /dashboard. Just gonna go to that. While that is loading, I'll just open up this. Okay, so these are all the things that it loaded. This is the SidebarProvider, the app sidebar. The app sidebar basically is this one. Okay, and then you have certain other things as well added, but the app sidebar is the one you need to go to change certain things if you want. Okay, and I'll show you soon as this is done loading. As you can see, you have a sidebar, okay, that you can easily customize according to what you need to do. Okay, and it can close like this and open, and you have other menus as well. So you might be wondering, how do I change any of this, right? So let's go into this. So right now, building your application, data fetching. Let's see where that is. Here we go, building your application, data fetching. That is what we are seeing up here. This is the trigger, by the way. Okay, SidebarTrigger. This is what this button is. These cards are basically this. Okay, so here you can basically just add anything you want. Okay, for example, let's say, let's make this a div. Let's add some text in this, and let's go with card. Okay, just something simple. Let's save this, and while that is loading, you might be wondering, how do I change the things on the side, right? So that's also simple. You just go into the app sidebar. Okay, and here is where all of the data is. Okay, so what you could do, okay, so there are props. So if you go into here, there is a sidebar header, sidebar content, sidebar footer as well. Okay, so it's getting the data from the data.user. Okay, so if I just show you, this is the data, okay, and then it's getting certain things from that. Okay, so you can change this accordingly. For example, I can change all of this data. Actually, I'm gonna keep the data. I'm gonna make this props, okay. Actually, no, I'll keep props. So I'll just take all of this, cut this out, put this, let's say here, paste this here. I'm gonna I'll remove this, make this into a constant. And this as well. And then I'm gonna take all of these, copy, and then in this I'm just gonna add these here, equal to this, okay, and in this, oh, it's taking in this as well, so I'll just add those here so that I don't get problems for the icons. And okay, type of sidebar, actually I'll fix this later, so I'm just gonna save this, fresh. Okay, so I fixed the error. Okay, so I just needed to add this because this file also had this. Okay, other than that, as you can see, I have now a user, a teams, and so on and so forth, a projects, and there is one for the nav as well. Here we go, the nav. Okay, so I just added these here and I'm passing them in as props. And here, what I have done, these are just the types for this. Okay, I just used Copilot to quickly generate these for me. Okay, so nothing there. This, you just need to add this. Okay, the same thing that was added before, just added this here, okay, as a separate thing, and then you're just passing these in. Okay, so I didn't need to change it to props because I'm just manually getting these and just adding these here. Okay, so I don't have to like separately get them from the props. I'm separating them here basically. So then just passing all of these here. So what I get by doing this is, let's say I have this, right, like the playground and the history and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's say here we are, title playground, and then I have items inside of this. So the items, I have history and settings, and I can add a lot of different things. So let's say I change this to options. Okay, I just save this, and now it's options. And let's say I want to open this. Let's say I wanted to open one of these by default. Okay, so is active is set to true, right? So what I can do is just go into one of these. Okay, you have, for example, models. So what you can just do is add this, save this, to refresh the page actually. Okay, now that the page has loaded, it is now open. Okay, it is active. Okay, and I can close these. Okay, same for the user. You can change things about the user. You can change the items that you have. Okay, like oh, here we are. Here are the items. Okay, for the teams. Okay, here are the teams here. Okay, and the same for the nav main, which I just showed you. Actually, I'm just gonna start closing these up, and then you have projects. Okay, so design engine like here. Okay, and you can just pass these in. So if you're wondering why I did it like this, the reason for that is that if you had more than one dashboard, like this is for the admin, the dashboard, let's say I wanted a dashboard for my users separately, so I would have to then install another one of these, and the problem would have been this. So this would have had prefixed sidebar items that I could not have been able to change. Okay, so with this, I would just have to copy this and paste it in this, or just install another dashboard and then just customize it from the main page in my dashboard. Okay, rather than being stuck with this, which is when you have this, you have this. You can keep changing these things. Okay, so I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.